We're talking about the acronym SYSTEM. And specifically, we're going to talk about 3 systems, one for time, one for energy, and one for money. We're going to be diving in. Do you want blissful balance in your personal and professional life? Great. What's up, guys? My name is Cary Jack, and I want to help you happy hustle a life you love, one full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur, a professional model / actor, a digital marketing specialist, a podcast host, author, a biohacker, an eco-warrior, a martial artist, a hippie cowboy, and a humanitarian. My goal is to educate, inspire, and entertain you to live a life of passion, purpose, and positive impact. It is time to happy hustle your dream reality. System. Save yourself time, energy, and money. And if you want to become a happy hustler, you have to have systems, both personally and professionally. What's up, y'all? My name is Cary Jack, and I am the Happy Hustler, also known as just someone who wants to help you put the happy in your hustle. Lifestyle entrepreneur, author, and founder of The Happy Hustle. And truly, I want to bring to you a message that I think can transform your existence today. Now, that is systems. I do not know who created this acronym. Truly, I love to give credit where credit's due. I heard it on a podcast, but I know the individual didn't have the proper source. I looked it up online, couldn't find it. But anyway, it's a great acronym. SYSTEM stands for Save Yourself Time, Energy, and Money. And if you want to systematically harmonize ambition and well-being, you need systems. Specifically, we're going to talk about 3 systems today for your business or for your career that you can save yourself time, energy, and money. All right. And we're going to get right into it. And I'm telling you, if you just implement one of the 3, let alone 3 of the 3, you will transform your existence. It will be more efficient and effective. You'll probably make more money, more impact. I know these are bold claims, but they're true because I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it in the happy hustlers' lives. When you create systems, you absolutely get your time, your energy, and your money back. So here we go. Let's dive in. Okay. First and foremost, saving time, right? Saving time. I mean, time is arguably our most valuable resource, right? It is our most precious commodity. We only have so much time. It's constantly depleting, right? Now, some may say with the advance of technology that we'll get some time back in terms of longevity. However, right now it is a very precious commodity, so we need to treat it as such. Now, one thing you could do right away to get your time back is implement systems and processes to streamline workflow. Specifically, I want to share with you one thing that I do to get my time back, and that is use a calendar tool like Calendly. Okay, Calendly is such a time saver because I'm constantly booking meetings, my team's booking meetings, and rather than going through this whole time suck of, hey, what time are you available? Well, let me see what time I'm available. And then that time doesn't work. What else you got? And then they respond back with a time that doesn't work for me. It's such a time waster, this back and forth string of correspondence, all to just get a meeting. So when you have your calendar availability on a platform such as Calendly linked up, you can create a simple application. You know, someone gets your link, they book a time based on your availability that suits them. Then they'll get automatic text reminders, automatic email reminders, and you'll get the same. It's phenomenal. I got to say, one of the best time savers that I've seen is just having a scheduling tool. I use Calendly. I know there's a bunch out there. I'm just saying, have yourself a calendar scheduler. Even if you have a career and not necessarily you're an entrepreneur or business owner, you need to think about how you can book meetings more efficiently. And yes, this might be a little novice for some of you. However, if you don't have it implemented, I do recommend it. Okay. Also, batch process similar activities. That's how you can save yourself time. One of the things I do consistently as we put out more and more social media content is I batch my content time. So my team will aggregate a bunch of memes and GIFs, and I'll sit down on a certain day of the week for a certain amount of time, and I'll just go through, get my creative juices flowing, and I'll add captions and, really get into the mindset of creating the best social content, but I batch it. Okay. So this is a really great way to save yourself time. Another one is to delegate tasks to others whenever possible. That's how you can save yourself time for sure. My good buddy James Schramko talks about your effective hourly rate. Essentially, you take all the money you've made this year, you divide it by all the time it took to make it, you get a number. Maybe it's $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $200 an hour, whatever. Whatever that effective hourly rate is, you then outsource tasks that you could pay someone to do that doesn't equal your effective hourly rate. That one concept. Please heed that wisdom. It's James's wisdom, not mine, but I will say it is phenomenal. Just buying back your time, delegating, right? So that's how you can save yourself time, okay? And we're talking about systems, right? Save yourself time, energy, and money. Now let's get into energy, okay? Energy, I love energy. We have a finite amount of energy every day, right? We need to have our health optimized to produce positive energy. Our mitochondria, those powerhouse DNA in our body, produce this energy. We need, energy from the sun in order to, essentially be healthy humans, right? To get that vitamin D and K2. But we need that energy, and we need it to be intentional. We need to use it very wisely. All right. So creating systems to manage your energy can involve setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and also just prioritizing tasks based on your energy levels, right? So these are all ways that you can actually optimize your energy usage. And I'm going to actually get into one way that I like to, create, more energy, not just have, my finite, but I actually cultivate more energy throughout the day. And it's all about intentionally prioritizing my schedule. Now, first and foremost, we're going to talk about identifying and minimizing activities that drain and give you energy. So what is that for you? For me, when I get up in the morning, I have the most energy. I'm sure you do too, depending on how good a sleep you did. I do have a 6-month-old baby boy. When he doesn't sleep great, I don't sleep great. So it depends. However, I will say a task that gives me energy is writing. I love to create, write, and have original thought time to just cultivate unique ideas on paper. I'll type them out. That's a great task to do in the morning because it takes more brain power. Task that drains me is unfortunately meetings for meeting's sake, just with random people that maybe don't necessarily have a synergy. Now, I do my best to eliminate this from my calendar, but you have to think about what tasks give you energy and what tasks drain your energy. All right. Then you need to set boundaries to protect your time. Okay. One of the best things you could do, in my opinion, is the Pomodoro method, just working for, let's say, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, or 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off. And you work in focus blocks. You get rid of all the distractions. These are concepts that are quite familiar in the personal development term. They're not my specific, content that I've created custom. This is stuff that has been tested and is working for time and time again. Okay. Practicing self-care to recharge. I worked out this morning. I get a lot of energy from working out. Being a former athlete, I played soccer in college. I still play soccer at a high level and practicing martial arts. I need energy. Especially when I go out in the wilderness in Montana and hike and fish and hunt and camp. You need energy, okay? You need to be optimized health-wise. So anything you can do to give yourself more energy. I like to ground myself barefoot outside, getting vitamin D, shirt off. And, usually I'll listen to something positive, be it a podcast or inspirational music, or I'll, kind of meditate on the walk. But think about what gives you energy there. And also prayer. Prayer has become big for me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Apologies for interrupting your programming, but I have to tell you, the best investment you can make in yourself is one in which helps you acquire skills. You've probably heard people talk about, oh, just invest in yourself and you'll be successful. Yes, that's true to a degree, but you have to invest in skills that will ultimately help you achieve your desired results. And I think one of the best skills one can possess, be it an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, is the sales sword. Really knowing how to sell, utilizing pressure free persuasion, which will make you more money and more impact. Now, if you want to know how to sell more efficiently and effectively, I just launched a sales course called The Proven Roadmap Process to Selling Millions of Dollars and helping you to increase your conversions guaranteed. And you can get access to this new sales course that The Happy Hustle is launching at thehappyhustle.com/sales. And if you act fast, you'll get it at the lowest price it'll ever be available, because we are launching it and we want to gain amazing testimonials and social proof to further share this knowledge. So if you act fast, you can get it at the lowest price it'll ever be. That's at thehappyhustle.com/sales. Now let's get back to this episode. Praying every day, that's like a thing that gives me energy, right? Okay. Another thing you could do is prioritize tasks based on energy level throughout the day. Now, we kind of touched on this, what gives you energy, what drains you. But if you think about it, okay, there's certain tasks that your energy can be saved by doing it smarter than harder. I'm going to just throw one out there. With ChatGPT in the mix and some of these AI tools, you can leverage your time and energy and money by just using artificial intelligence, some of these language learning tools that are essentially, scraping the internet and, creating responses to your prompts. But you could use these tools, let's say you want to create an email to your list. You could say, hey, ChatGPT, write me an email using so-and-so's voice to so-and-so perfect target avatar. Boom. It's going to spit you out a prompt, or it's going to spit you out a response, and it'll save you a lot of energy, essentially writing it from scratch. Now, I don't recommend sending it just as is, then go back through it and put your spin on it, refine it, and make it your own. Give it that human touch. Very important. Okay. Keep on going. So we got save yourself time, energy, now money. Money, my friends, is not necessarily the only measure of success, although it is one. And, it's an energy. It's a tool. It makes you more of who you are, in my opinion. It reveals that character, and is really, important to have. If you want to be a happy hustler, you got to have money so you can, do what you want with who you want, when you want, as much as you want, as Tony Robbins says, right? Now, money, a couple things here, and then I'll give you like something specific that I do. Creating a budget to track expenses. This is a great way to save yourself money. And then once you have your system, i.e. your budget in order, then all right, well, I got $1,000 for food and restaurants and entertainment this month. And then I got, $5,000 for my living expenses and my, whatever payments that you have. Personally, I don't have any payments. I don't have any debt. I do not like debt unless, it's something that's a appreciating asset, not a depreciating asset. So just be, intentional with what debt you take on in your budget. However, I would just say have a budget. That's the system around it. Okay. Negotiate better deals on purchases. That could be a system where you just always ask for whatever purchase you're making. You're like, hey, is this the best you could do? Or could you do better? Your system could be a negotiation system, right? And then invest in tools and resources that provide long-term value. One of the cool things that, that we have implemented at the Happy Hustle is courses that sell while I'm sleeping. We have courses on a couple different topics, sales, modeling, like the Happy Hustle 10 alignments, a couple, really just courses that I feel qualified to talk about. And the cool thing is I'll wake up and there'll be money in my mailbox, my online mailbox. And it's because we have systems selling the courses, right? Now, one thing that I will say that has been an amazing, um, I guess you would say system in my business is outsourcing talent using geographic arbitrage. Okay, so let me just break this down. I know it's fancy, but let me break it down. Geographic arbitrage, meaning a US dollar is different in terms of value than a Filipino peso. Now, Filipino pesos, where most of my team are located, shout out to my amazing team, they get paid in a different currency of value. So I'm able to leverage my US dollar and pay in a Filipino peso. And that is a system I created, I guess, for my own business. I didn't create the system of value, obviously, with the currency, but my team, they get paid quite well, in my opinion, and in their opinion, in terms of what their peers are getting in their country. However, it doesn't cost what someone potentially would get paid in the United States for similar work. And that is a really great way to leverage geographic arbitrage and the system around it. You could do this with people in the Ukraine, which I've had, people in, Eastern European countries. I've had people in South American countries work on the business. I've had people, in, Africa, even. Like when you have this geographic arbitrage system where you think about, okay, who, not how, as Dan Sullivan talks about, can help me solve this problem outside of my currency, my, US dollar per se, depending on where you're at. So just think about that for you and how you could save yourself money in that capacity. And obviously, be honorable and pay a fair wage. I love to give bonuses. I love to, just take care of my team. Shout out to my amazing team again. They've been with me over 4 years. Okay, so it's pretty awesome. I love them. We're like a family. So, just because you're paying them one, currency to a different currency doesn't mean you have to. It's not snaky or slimy. It's just, business, and how you could, leverage this geographic arbitrage system. Okay. So that, my friends, is system. Okay. Saving yourself time, energy, and money. And I really think, yeah, this is a great way to just win personally and professionally. You could break this down for your personal life too, and have systems for time, energy, and money. It just, it's a great acronym, I think, to, to just have top of mind. So that is it for today. I hope you got some value. I hope that you actually implement systems for time, for energy, for money. Maybe you're thinking about Calendly. Maybe you're thinking about ChatGPT. Maybe you're thinking about geographic arbitraging by paying, international employees. But I hope you take this, system, will you, and do something with it. All right. Again, system, save yourself time, energy, and money. That is it for today. Keep on happy hustling a life you love, full of that passion, that purpose, and that positive impact. I'm out, y'all. Peace and love.